When you think of a great leader, what comes to mind? A loud, commanding voice, a bold presence, someone who thrives in the spotlight. Most people believe that leadership belongs to the loudest in the room. But what if I told you? True leadership doesn't always need a microphone. Some of the most powerful leaders in history weren't the ones who shouted the loudest. They were the deep thinkers, the visionaries, the quiet strategists who led not with force, but with wisdom, intuition, and presence. And no personality type embodies this quiet power more than the INFJ. INFJ don't just lead, they inspire. They see beyond the surface, understanding people on a level others can't. They anticipate problems before they happen. And most importantly, they lead with purpose. But here's the thing, most INFJ don't even realize their own leadership potential. They underestimate their ability to influence, to guide, and to command respect. So in this video, we're going to break down exactly why INFJ makes some of the most powerful and underestimated leaders. Because when an INFJ steps into leadership the right way, they don't just lead people, they change them. Let's dive in. Why INFJ make powerful but underestimated leaders? What if I told you the most powerful leaders aren't the ones who talk the loudest? For years, we've been told that leadership belongs to the bold, the dominant, the extroverted, that the best leaders are the ones who speak the most, take up the most space, and assert themselves at every opportunity. And because of this belief, INFJ are often overlooked. They're not the ones pushing to be in charge. They're not the ones demanding attention. And yet, they lead in a way most people don't even realize. You see, INFJ leadership isn't about control. It's about influence. They don't lead from the front, they lead from within. They guide instead of command. INFJ understand people deeply, and that's why they inspire loyalty and respect without force. They see before others do. Their strong intuition helps them anticipate challenges and solve problems before they happen. They lead with purpose. INFJ don't chase leadership for status, they step up when it matters because they genuinely care. That's why INFJ are powerful but underestimated leaders. Their strength isn't in how loud they speak, it's in how deeply they understand. And when an INFJ fully steps into their leadership power, they don't just lead people, they transform them. Next, let's talk about how INFJ lead differently through vision, strategy, and silent influence. The INFJ leadership style. Leadership isn't about taking control. It's about seeing the bigger picture and guiding people toward it. INFJ lead in a way that's quiet but powerful. They're not the loudest in the room, they don't seek the spotlight, and they don't dominate through force. So how do they lead? INFJ combine three powerful skills that most leaders overlook. Vision, seeing the future before others do. INFJ have an uncanny ability to anticipate what's coming. While others react to problems as they appear, INFJ see them before they even happen. They think long-term. They connect the dots others miss. And that's why people trust their leadership. Strategy, moving with purpose and precision. Unlike impulsive leaders who act without thinking, INFJ plan every move. They don't rush. They analyze, observe, and then make the smartest decision. Their ability to combine logic with intuition allows them to create flawless strategies that others wouldn't even consider. Emotional intelligence, leading with deep understanding. Most leaders focus on results. INFJ focus on people. They understand emotions, motivations, and struggles on a deep level. This allows them to inspire loyalty, build trust, and create a team that feels truly valued. This is what makes INFJ leadership so powerful. It's not about control. It's about seeing beyond the surface, strategizing with precision, and connecting on a deeper level. And the best part? INFJ don't need to force people to follow them. Their presence alone is enough to inspire action. Next, let's talk about how INFJ use intuition as their secret weapon in leadership. Leading with intuition. Most leaders rely on logic. Others lead with emotion. But INFJ, they lead with something even more powerful, intuition. While most people react to situations, INFJ sense things before they happen. They read the room, feel the energy, and understand what's unspoken. This ability to see beyond the surface gives them a unique edge in leadership. Here's how. They read people instantly. INFJ don't just hear words, they pick up on tone, body language, and hidden emotions. They know when someone is struggling, when tension is rising, and when something feels off. They make decisions that others can't see yet. While others rely on past experiences, INFJ rely on patterns, emotions, and gut instincts. They make choices that seem illogical at first, but later they prove to be exactly right. They inspire without forcing. Because INFJ understand people deeply, they know how to motivate and inspire on a personal level. They don't use fear or pressure. They speak to people's inner drives, making them feel understood and valued. This is why INFJ are such rare but powerful leaders. They don't just lead with plans or orders, they lead with deep understanding. And when an INFJ learns to trust their intuition fully, they don't just guide people, they transform them. Next, let's explore how INFJ use silent influence to command respect without ever raising their voice. The power of silent influence. True influence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the one people can't ignore, even in silence. Most people think that respect is earned through dominance, through power, status, or making the most noise, but INFJ, they do it differently. They don't demand respect, they attract it. Their secret. Silent influence. They speak less, but say more. INFJ don't waste words, they choose them carefully, intentionally. And because they don't talk just to fill the silence, when they do speak, people listen. They observe before they act. Unlike impulsive leaders, INFJ watch, analyze, and understand before making a move. This makes their decisions precise and deeply impactful. They lead through energy, not authority. Some leaders use fear. Others use force. INFJ use presence. The way they carry themselves, their quiet confidence, their ability to truly understand people, this is what draws others in. This is why INFJ are some of the most respected, yet underestimated leaders. They don't force, they don't push, and they don't overpower, but somehow they always leave an impact. And the best part? They don't have to chase leadership, leadership finds them. Next, let's explore how INFJ navigate group dynamics and lead with authenticity. Yeah, navigating group dynamics. Most leaders focus on giving orders. INFJ, they focus on understanding people first. And that's why their leadership is different. INFJ have a rare ability to see beyond words, beyond surface interactions, beyond what people show on the outside. They sense tensions before they escalate. They know who's feeling unheard, who's holding back, and who's secretly leading from the shadows. They see what others miss. This ability makes INFJ masterful at navigating group dynamics. Here's how they do it. They read the unspoken. While most people listen to what's said, INFJ listen to what's left unsaid. They notice micro-expressions, shifts in energy, and hidden power struggles, giving them an instant advantage in any group setting. They lead through connection, not control. INFJ don't force leadership. They build deep, authentic relationships with those they lead. They make people feel understood, valued, and motivated not because they have to, but because they want to. They balance logic with emotion. Most leaders are either too logical or too emotional. INFJ, they use both. They strategize with precision but make decisions with empathy. This balance makes them respected by both thinkers and feelers. And this is what makes INFJ leadership so powerful. They don't just manage teams, they understand them. They don't just give orders, they align people with a greater vision. Because when people feel truly seen, truly understood, they don't just follow, they believe. Next, let's talk about a major challenge INFJ face: balancing empathy with authority. Balancing empathy with authority. Empathy is a strength, but if you're not careful, it can become a weakness. INFJ lead differently. They understand people deeply, they care about emotions, and they create an environment where people feel valued. But here's the challenge: how do you balance that empathy without losing authority? Because the truth is, too much empathy can make you seem weak. People might take advantage of your kindness, push boundaries, or ignore your leadership altogether. And that's where INFJ struggle. But the best INFJ leaders, they find the balance. Here's how. They set clear boundaries. Caring about people doesn't mean letting them walk all over you. INFJ lead with warmth, but they enforce boundaries with strength. If someone disrespects their leadership, they don't explain, they don't argue, they simply hold their ground. They stay calm, even when challenged. A strong leader doesn't need to raise their voice to be heard. INFJ use calm confidence. They don't react emotionally. When tested, they respond with clarity and control. And that alone makes people respect them. They hold people accountable. INFJ care deeply. But they don't let emotions cloud their judgment. They hold people to high standards not out of coldness, but because they believe in potential. And when you expect greatness from people, they rise to it. This is what makes INFJ leadership so powerful. They lead with heart, but they don't compromise their strength. Because true respect doesn't come from being nice. It comes from being firm, fair, and unshakable. Next, let's talk about one of the biggest challenges INFJ face in leadership, the battle with self-doubt. The INFJ struggle with leadership. Leadership isn't just about guiding others. It's about mastering yourself first. INFJ have everything it takes to be incredible leaders. They have vision, intuition, emotional intelligence, and strategy, but there's something that often holds them back. Not external challenges, not the people around them, but the battles within their own mind, the perfectionism trap. INFJ don't just want to lead, they want to lead perfectly. They analyze every detail, overthink every decision, and second-guess their ability, even when they're more than capable. But here's the truth, leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about taking action despite imperfection, the fear of letting others down. INFJ feel responsible for the people they lead. They don't just see leadership as a role, it's a duty. And because they care so deeply, they often carry the emotional weight of their team. But real leaders understand this. You can guide people, but you can't save them. Their success isn't all on your shoulders. The battle with self-doubt. Even with all their strengths, INFJ often feel like they're not enough. They wonder if they're too quiet, too soft, too different to lead. But the reality is, it's their uniqueness that makes them powerful. The best INFJ leaders don't wait until they feel ready. They don't let fear control them. They step up even when they doubt themselves. And in doing so, they don't just lead, they inspire. Next, let's talk about how INFJ can fully embrace their leadership power and become unstoppable. Becoming an unstoppable INFJ leader. You weren't meant to stay in the background. You weren't meant to second guess yourself. You were meant to lead in your own way. INFJ are not the typical leaders. They don't crave power. They don't chase status. But when they embrace their natural strengths, they become some of the most influential leaders in the world. So, how do you step into that power? Own your unique leadership style. Stop trying to fit into the traditional mold of leadership. You're not the loudest in the room, and you don't need to be. Your strength is in your vision, your depth, and your ability to inspire others silently. Own that. Trust your intuition completely. Your ability to see beyond the obvious is what makes you powerful. Stop doubting your gut instincts, your insights, your vision, your deep understanding of people. That's your leadership superpower. Lead with confidence, not perfection. Leadership isn't about always having the right answers. It's about moving forward even when things aren't perfect. You don't need to be 100% ready, you just need to take action. Set boundaries and command respect. Caring about people doesn't mean letting them walk over you. You can be compassionate and strong at the same time. Learn to say no, hold people accountable. Respect yourself, and others will respect you too. Step into the leadership role without fear. INFJ often hesitate to lead because they feel they're not enough, but the truth is the world needs more leaders like you. Leaders who think before they act. Leaders who lead with purpose, not ego. So stop waiting. Stop doubting. Start leading. Because once you embrace your strengths, you won't just be a good leader, you'll be an unstoppable one. And that's the power of the INFJ leader. You've made it this far because deep down, you know you're capable of more. The world needs leaders like you. Leaders who lead with vision, strategy, and heart. But the only way to step into that power is to take action. So here's your challenge, start leading today. Trust your intuition. Stop doubting your strengths. Lead with confidence, not perfection. Because leadership isn't about being the loudest in the room, it's about having a presence that people feel even in silence. If this resonated with you, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more insights on INFJ leadership, mindset, and self-mastery. And remember, your leadership isn't just about you. It's about the impact you leave behind.